Hello everyone, for the next half hour we'll be talking to Robert Kiyosaki. He's a very famous entrepreneur talking to people all over the world about how to become a successful business person. He is very tough, he's very blunt, but I hope you'll enjoy it and get something out of this interview. Let's get into it. Mr. Kiyosaki, welcome to Romania.
Thank you.
My name is George Buchnic, and it's an honor to meet you because not many people know what you do for a living. Most of the time you're a businessman, but you're also writing books and talking to people about business development, personal development. I'm not so sure. You get them intertwined.
Correct.
So how is it? How do you feel Romania? How has been your time here for the past 2 days, I understand?
Well, I came to Romania because my favorite relative is Romanian, and she was from Romania, and then she went to Paris during World War II and became the prima ballerina of Paris.
Okay.
And then after the war, she moved to America and she married my uncle. So she's Romanian, but she married a Japanese uncle.
Okay.
And I went to school in New York in 1965. And her name is, I call her Aunt Lydia. And
what's her name?
Lydia.
Lydia, of course.
Yeah, Bizanti. And she was my role model for women. She was beautiful, vivacious, artistic, businesswoman. And during World War II, she fought for the French resistance because she didn't like the Russians.
She's a hero.
Oh yeah, she was.
An artist and a hero?
Yeah, so during one night she had to drink with the Russians or something. And then she had to go and dance at the ballet in Paris. And she was hurrying and she fell and broke her ankle. And the show must go on. So she taped her ankle, even though it was broken, and danced on a broken ankle. And she never danced again. So that's when she moved to New York and became an artist and a sculptor. And then she had beautiful works of art. And she was just my role model for a beautiful, powerful, smart woman. So she's Romanian. But she would always tell me about how beautiful Romania was and the people. And she was very sad because her brother never got out of the country during the communist regime.
So you know about communism?
Who can say I know it, because I wasn't here, But she talked about how depressed he was and unhappy, whereas she was happy in New York.
Okay.
So a lot of that, so I'm here because of her, my Aunt Lydia. And so I've always wanted to see Romania because she said it was as beautiful as Paris and Bucharest.
So now you're mixing business with pleasure. You came to see the country, but you're also working.
I'm always working. I never stop working.
You never stop?
No.
Because you're not working for money, so you never stop?
Well, I'm a military officer. Military school teaches to work for a mission. What's your mission in life? And making money is really easy. I don't understand what the big deal is. So I retired a long time ago. I had more than enough money.
What was the age you retired at? Again, for the people?
47.
47.
My wife was 37.
I'm planning on 45.
Good.
You're fighting jet lag the right way. You're working.
I'm not fighting jet lag. I don't know what your obsession with jet lag is.
I don't know how you can travel so much.
I don't give a shit. That's why.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think about petty things. You know what I mean?
What do you think
about petty things.
What do you think about now?
Just leave me alone. I mean, I just think about the economy, business, world affairs. I want to. My job is to make complex financial systems simple enough so the average person can understand it. That is extremely difficult because most people are brainwashed when it comes to money. Go to school, get a job, work hard, pay your taxes, save money, get out of debt, buy a house, and invest in the stock market. Everybody who follows that program has been brainwashed.
Okay. Tell that to the Romanians that come from a former communist country. We are 30 years into transition.
Americans believe the same thing. It's not just Romania, it's worldwide. It's because of the system that controls the world economy. And guys like you can't even see it. You're thinking about money. I don't even care about money. I make a lot of money because I understand the system. I would never go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, get out of debt, buy a house, and invest in the stock market. I do everything exactly opposite.
What do you do? What should a Romanian that he's been fighting through communism to survive, and now he's into transition and doesn't understand this about capital?
Well, everything is the opposite of what they're teaching you in school. I wouldn't go to school.
And what would you do?
I would study money. I understand.
Yes, because they don't teach money in schools.
Correct. Understand that money is debt. And until you get out of debt, they're telling you to get out of money. In 1971, if you read my books, because I don't think you have.
I read.
In 1971, the US dollar became debt. The US dollar is the reserve currency of the world. I don't know if you know what that means. What does it mean?
It's very dangerous for everyone.
No, it doesn't.
And it's not covered in anything. It's the only value it has is trust.
I don't really want to do this interview anymore. If you want to find out what I know or tell me what you know, then don't interview me.
Okay.
Just you do your own stupid show. I'm trying to tell you something here, and you want to tell me how smart you are. That's very egotistical.
I'm here because I'm stupid. Let's get that straight.
Well, then let me explain something then, damn it.
Let's do it.
I'm trying to explain to you, when they tell you get out of debt, that's stupid because the money is debt. And the only way money gets out of debt is via taxes. So all the people who work for money, if you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, what's lesson number 1?
Rich people don't work for money.
Correct. Money is debt. I use debt as money. And everybody thinks getting in debt is bad. Well, who told you that? I think the stock market is for losers. Why would you put money in the stock market when it's manipulated? That's what I think about. So I'm always watching the manipulation going on behind the scenes. That's what my brain is focusing on all the time. And I don't pay taxes. The question is, how is it I don't pay taxes? And I can tell you. That's an important question, because most Romanians and most people in the United States cheat on their taxes because they hate taxes so much. But you don't have to cheat on taxes if you understood how money was working. You think Donald Trump pays taxes? No.
Nobody has seen his tax returns.
Yeah, I know him. He's my friend. We don't pay taxes. That's the question. How is it we do that? That's an intelligent question. The reason you can't ask me this question because you don't know how I do it. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm constantly thinking about, how do I make money? How do I serve more people? How do I create new businesses, make more money, and pay less taxes and serve more people?
Okay, so you said you're a friend of Donald Trump. And do you agree with his economical policies? Because now
I don't want to talk about Donald Trump. You can go talk about whatever you want to talk about. I want to talk about what I know about.
Well, it's supposed to be an interview. And I'm trying to give a little context to my viewers.
I don't want to talk about Donald Trump.
Okay. What would you like to talk about?
I just told you, money and debt.
Money and debt,
Money, debt, and taxes, because that's what money is.
Okay.
And the person who's been told to go to school, get a job, and work hard, you're going to pay taxes. Why? Because you work for money. So the question, well, how does a person not work for money and pay no taxes?
So I was trying to give a little context to my viewers. Romanians don't understand so much about capitalism. And from what I'm reading and what I'm learning, most of Americans also, they shift from understanding capitalism as freedom to thinking of it as in a bad way. What should the people understand about this way of living? Because we cannot all be entrepreneurs. Some people need to get some jobs. Or should we all try and look at how we can change our lives in the way you show it in your books and your keynotes?
It's up to the person. It's up to the person. It's a free choice. You want to be an employee, you choose to be an employee. You want to be an entrepreneur, you choose to be an entrepreneur, but you've got to study. They're two different people. What you have to study is different. Mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, they're different people. An entrepreneur is extremely different than an employee. But it's a different study. The trouble is our school system trains us to be employees. Go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, pay your taxes, get out of debt, and invest in the stock market. That makes you poor.
You've had the chance to be taught early. You've been challenged early. Most people don't get that chance. Where should people start?
Question the saying I just gave you. Go to school. What do you learn about money?
The fact that you just told me that you need to go to get a job to have money. But
I didn't say that. You said that.
I said that. This is what we've been told.
Yes, so go to school, get a job. Question that.
Okay. So if I'm starting to question that, if a young person is looking at us and they say, okay, I'm ready to challenge that, what do I tell to my father? Okay, I'm not going to school anymore.
I didn't say that. You said that.
I said that, of course.
I just said question it. What's wrong with getting a job?
I went through a job to understand how the system works, but I'm not sure if it works to anyone. What's your opinion on that?
I thought you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Of course, but not everyone has done so. So I was trying to...
And what is lesson number 1 in Rich Dad, Poor Dad?
Rich people don't work for money.
And so when your school system says you get a job, what are you doing?
You become a slave.
You work for money.
Exactly.
And what's wrong with working for money?
That it makes you come back to work and you become a slave.
You pay taxes.
And you pay taxes, of course.
And then they tell you to save money. Why would you save money when they're printing money?
Everybody's printing money now.
Why would you save money when they're printing money?
I know you don't save money. You're building businesses.
Why would you save money when they're printing money?
Because you didn't, I don't know.
Because that's what you've been told to do.
Of course.
So question that. You see, if you cannot think, I cannot help you. I questioned all that. Why would I save money when they print money? That's what happened in 1971 when President Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard. They can print as much as they like. Then they tell you, so that you go to school, you get a job, you become an employee. You pay taxes because you're working for money. Then they tell you to save money. Do you know why they tell you to save money?
I don't know.
Because the system of banking, it's nothing to do with communism or capitalism. It's the banks run the world. The rich run the world. They don't care if you're communist or capitalist. So when you save, so let's say you save $1 US or €1, 1 yen, the banking system can lend out 10. So the entire system is called the fractional reserve system. The fractional reserve system is also printing money. And then they tell you to save money. So they want you to save money so they can lend out your money 10 times. So your dollar became worthless 10 times over. And then they used to pay you 10% interest on your money. Now it's at best 1%. And they're still lending it out 10 times. So that's why you don't save money, is because your money is becoming worth less and less and less and less and less. The banks are getting richer and richer and richer. Then they tax you on that interest they pay you. That 1% interest, if they pay you that much. Japan is 0. And the Japanese are so stupid, they still save money.
We also have 0.
Yeah, and they still save money. How stupid is that? So that's what I would question. So how come that happens? Now, if I borrow money, guess what? Do I pay taxes on debt?
I guess no.
Why is that?
I know
this is what I'm saying, okay? Question everything.
Okay.
So when they lend out money, that's how money is created. Money is debt.
How do you store value then? Because we all work and we have, let's say, a lifespan of when we are productive, and then comes retirement, and you retired early.
because I don't follow the go to school, get a job, work hard, save. See, that's hypnosis. They hypnotize people into being employees who will work hard, pay taxes, save money, get out of debt, and invest in the stock market. Until you question those sayings, those words, you'll be a poor person. So when they lend out them, why is debt tax-free?
I don't know.
Because that's how money is created. And so the banks love it. They love people who borrow lots of money. So how do I get rich? I borrow money and I buy assets with it. The poor person borrows money and buys liabilities like purses, cars, houses, and they get poorer and poorer and poorer. But I use debt. I borrowed $300 million after the crash, dollars. In 2000, by 2010, I had borrowed $300 million to buy real estate that made me rich. And the interest rates kept coming down, so that my cost of money kept coming down. And so everybody else is saying, oh, you should get out of debt. You know why? Because they don't question the hypnosis they're under. You've been hypnotized to work hard for money, to save it. The fractional reserve system prints it. And then you pay taxes after taxes. So I have all this debt and I get rich. So the question is, how do you learn to use debt to get rich? Because they tell you not to get out of debt. So all I'm saying to you is, if a person does not question what they've been taught, they will always be poor. They've been hypnotized into being poor. Then you put it in the stock market, in pensions, right? So let's say I put $100 in a pension plan. When do I get that money back?
Most Romanians don't even dream of getting to pension now.
I understand that. But it's not just Romanians. Please hear, it's worldwide. This is why I think, this is why I work, this is why I teach. You have to question what they're teaching you. No. So I put my money in a pension. I might not ever get it back because they could lose it. So the question I always say is, well, when do I get my money back? And the average person has been hypnotized. Go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, and invest in a pension. And you never get your money back. The whole thing was designed to keep you poor. So that's why I argue with you, until a person questions what's already been put in their head. And that's what my poor dad put in my head. Go to school, get a job, work hard. And that's America. The same as Romania. It's not any different. Save money, put it in the stock market. You never get your money back.
We all look up to the American dream. Is it all fake? I'm coming down to your book now because...
No, please let me finish, okay?
Okay.
Until you question what's already in your head, you will do what's already in your head.
Okay.
There is I don't know if people are Christian or not, but it's in the Bible, it goes, the words become flesh. Go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, get out of debt, invest in the stock market, buy a house, buy a car. Until you question that, you're hypnotized. You'll be a poor person all your life.
Okay, 6 very short questions. So what would you choose between Apple or Tesla if you had the money to buy it?
What's that?
The companies. If you had the money to buy Apple or Tesla, what would you buy?
I just told you I don't invest in the stock market.
But in companies, in businesses.
I wouldn't invest in either of them.
Either of them?
No, because I don't get my money back. I want my money back.
Okay. Gold or Bitcoin?
Gold.
Fight or flight?
That's a stupid question.
Sometimes people that fight lose.
So what? What's wrong with losing?
Okay.
Question what you've been taught, and you ask me superficial questions rather than why wouldn't I invest in Apple or Tesla? See, that's a more important question.
That's an open question. You can do
but why wouldn't I invest in them?
Because you don't get your money back.
Yes.
I'm starting to learn.
Yes. I can make money much faster than Apple or Tesla. and I would use debt. I wouldn't use my money.
But do you think they use their money to grow?
Of course not. Look at Amazon, this guy Bezos, right? He's one of the richest men in the world. Do you think he pays any taxes?
He doesn't even pay much profit to his investors.
Do you think Bezos became a billionaire paying taxes?
I wouldn't bet on that.
He doesn't pay taxes. Trump doesn't pay taxes. I don't pay taxes. So the question is, how do guys like us do it is the question you should be asking.
Because the rich people make the rules.
We study different things. I wouldn't go to school.
I appreciate you for taking the time.
Thank you. Thanks for putting up with me.
I appreciate you challenging people all the time through your interviews and your workshops and everything. I got so much out of your books, and I'm going to keep on reading. I'm not that smart. I'm not smart enough for that.
Please question what you've been taught.
I've been doing that, and for the past year, for example, I stopped saving money and putting money into a company instead of saving into a personal account, let's say.
That's good. Making some changes. Congratulations.
Small changes.
Yes.
But I'm talking to a very large audience. We've been all taught to do the stuff you said. So they need to start somewhere.
And that's why I said challenge what you've been taught. Why would you go to school when you learn nothing about money? Why would you pay taxes?
That's a very tough question, and we have that issue. But
it's not just Romania, it's the worldwide. You see, please understand, it's not just Romania. You must think, today, if people complain, I don't make enough money in Romania. Well, you have a cell phone, you can make money all over the world. You can make money in dollars, yen, zlotnik, pesos, It's just limited thinking. If a person doesn't change what's inside their head, the actual thoughts running their brain, which are words, they'll never change. So the change begins when you question. Go to school, get a job, work hard, pay taxes, save money, get out of debt, and invest in the stock market. Until you question that one, nothing changes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do you want to say anything about the new book?
Well, my new book, Fake, is just that. It's how I don't use any money and how I don't pay any taxes. Because it's fake money, fake teachers, fake assets, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs. I don't touch any of that garbage.
And you're an honest teacher.
But you've been taught to do that. That's the question. Until that is challenged, you're going to think fake is fake.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Kiyosaki.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. This is just a tiny fraction of the great content we do on this channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with your friends.